listening to your body calling you into something restful. What is that position? What is that placement? Are you on the back with things supported underneath you? Are you side laying? Are you listening to that little bit of indigestion in the belly and giving yourself a little prop upwards or one side or the other? Just really deeply listening here. I'm allowing for the body's wisdom, the body's voice to come through in the chorus of voices. Is the surface you're on right now hard or soft? And sometimes you get all the way tucked in. Like this could even happen in night, and you get all the way tucked in and it's cold and you got all the blankets on and you're nice and warm and you forgot to shut the blinds or turn off a particular light or something beeping, and you're like, okay, I'm so comfortable in this soft bed, but I'm going to be so much better if I get back out and I fix that one thing. Is there a thing that you could fix right now? Is the surface you're laying on a little too hard? And so you're going to add a blanket or something under to soften it? Or is it the other way around? That honestly, it's too soft. Like your low back is shouting, or a neck or something. You're feeling a fascial or muscular tension in the body. I would like you to know that you will feel so much better if you get up and pause and fix the thing. Now, how about, are you warm enough? Blankets, comforters. At the same time, sometimes too much comforter feels suffocating. Or what about you are experiencing hot flashes or some sort of heat imbalance in the body, and you need to have your covers in a way that you could throw them off, right? With this very delicate action. Not even disturbing your rest, just the cover flew off, and then you cooled off again and the cover came back on. Like a poetry and artistry to it. I'd like you to know that you can adjust yourself at any moment in time that you would like in this Nidra practice. Is there a way that you could do that would be the minimal disturbance to your rest? That's the invitation. But you have all the permission to move at any point in time, to change your position. You're snuggling in. Is everything supported? A wayward elbow? A curve of a neck? Did you decide you'd want that eye pillow after all? There's nowhere we need to get to except this very moment where we are setting up the possibilities for the depth of rest. We're here at the surface, at the edges, at the top of the experience. Take a moment to notice the sensory experience you're having. Are there smells around you right now that you can identify, or those that you cannot identify? Maybe there are pleasant smells and the possibility of unpleasant smells as well. We don't need to figure anything out in this moment. We're just simply observing that there are smells, and they could be pleasant and unpleasant. What about the feeling on the skin of the body, the feeling of the atmosphere, or the eyes? Your eyes might be open, they might be closed. You don't have to close your eyes if you don't want to. Don't worry. The power of Yoga Nidra will close them eventually. You could just let it be a spontaneous happening. The openness of the eyes slowly transforms with the heaviness of the eyelids. Is there a taste on the tongue at the moment? Again, our inclination will always be to explain why something is the way it is, but you could just simply notice the taste on the tongue. And how about sounds? Are there sounds that are close to you? Are there sounds in the distance? Are there sounds that you can identify what they are, and perhaps sounds that you cannot identify what they are? My invitation to you in this moment is simply to let go of the need to determine what things are, to understand what they are, and to just be in the sensory experience of it all. We are observers. We have lots of different tools of observation. We have mirrors. We have glasses. We have spaceships. We have time machines. And we also have miniature submarines that travel in the body. Remember that movie, Inner Space? Or Honey, I Shrunk the Kids? You know, along those lines. We can also go inside. Maybe we'll play around with that one today. We can slowly start to tune and turn the sense organs inwards. Listening inside the body. Turning the sight internal. Taking a little inner space journey. Bring your awareness to skin level of the body. At skin level, there is a language of tension and relaxation. Like, take a little swirl around from the crown of the head down towards the soles of the feet, from the soles of the feet to the crown of the head. Whether you start on the back body or the front body, it doesn't matter. Are there places on the skin layer where you can feel ease? Like the skin is moist and nourished and it's just doing its thing. Maybe there are places on the body where the skin is more taut, tight, maybe even dry. No need to judge or evaluate, we're just observing. This skin layer of the body, down the front and up the back. Down the back and up the front. Skin is such a fascinating organ. It's our only barrier between what's inside and what's outside. I think we're pretty lucky to have it. I don't know, we might be like really gooey, blobby things if we didn't have skin. Skin has openings. It's very alive in how it regulates the outer environment and the inner environment. And just below the skin surface attaches the layers of muscle tissue. Maybe we could start in the area of the face and feel some of these muscles of the forehead, in the temples, right and left, muscles of the cheeks and chin, the muscles of the eyes, left and right, the eyebrows, right and left. Oh, it's so many little beautiful muscles in the face, throughout the cheeks, and all the expressions we make, and the jaw on the right side and the left side, and the mouth. That little space between the nostrils and the upper lip. The upper lip, the lower lip, the chin, inside the mouth, the tongue. All beautiful muscles. Muscles around the ears, left and right. Muscles at the crown of the head. Thin muscles, back of the head. Oh, tense muscles, back of the head, where the head meets the neck. Long, strong muscles of the back region, left side and right side. Little thin muscles dancing between spinal vertebra from top to middle to lower to bottom. Big strong muscles of the glutes, left and right. Hamstrings and calves, heels, bases of feet. Tops of feet. Muscles of the left calf and right thigh and left. Coming into the fantastical region of the pelvic bowl, the base of the pelvic bowl. It's like a bird's nest. Many layers of interconnected muscle tissues holding us up. Muscles of the abdomen. Muscles between each of the ribs. Left rib, right rib. Strong muscles of the chest, right side and left. The upper arm, right. Upper arm, lower arm, palm and back of hand to fingers. Left upper arm, lower arm, palm and back of fingers. Muscles have a fascinating language of expansion and contraction. They interface in something called tensegrity, the dynamic process of holding you together and moving you in the world. And that is governed by the fascial network of the body. The next layer in. Joint spaces and fluid-filled spaces of the fascial network. This very earthy, solid body suddenly becoming an anatomy of water and fluid, nutrients and blood, lymph, synovial fluid, and pus. It might be exciting. It might be a little revolting. We could keep exploring, though, the domain of the left shoulder and the right shoulder. The right elbow and the left elbow, the left wrist and right wrist, and the spaces in between the joints of the fingers, thumb, index, middle ring, pinky. Same on the left side, the joint spaces of thumb, index, middle, ring, and pinky. How about the left hip and the right hip? Big, juicy joint spaces. Dynamic spaces. The SI joint in the back body. Small and dynamic. space. The left knee and the right knee, the right calf, leading into the ankle and left ankle. And the same journey, the spaces between the joints on the toes of the left foot, big toe, second, third, fourth, little. Joint spaces of the right toes, big toe, second, third, fourth, and littlest. Bring the mind to the tailbone, base of spine. And let's explore the spaces between the vertebrae traveling upwards. Lower back, lumbar, lower thoracic, middle thoracic, upper thoracic, cervical, leading all the way to the base of the head. How about the fissures, the little joint spaces in the cranium? Can you sense those? Fluid-filled spaces behind the eyes, left and right. Inside the nostrils, right and left. Dancing inside the ears, left and right. Fluid and juices of restfulness flowing inside the mouth. Interstitial fluid-filled spaces of body flow superficial to deep. Here we are in the watery landscape. It's more like a liquid crystal matrix. Could we go deeper? We can. There's the bone structure of the body. Feel the bones of the right arm, upper, lower, the hand, each finger, thumb, index, middle, ring, pinky. Left upper arm, lower arm, wrist, hand, fingers. Left thumb, index, middle, ring, pinky. The collarbones, left and right. The shoulder blades, right and left. The ribs of the back body, left side, right side. Ribs of front body, right side, left side. Isn't it fascinating? These bones, they're like spacers. They give us shape. Shape of the hips, left, right. Right leg, thigh bone, calf, foot, heel. Bones of each of the toes, big toe, second, third, fourth, littlest. Left leg, bones, thigh, calf, top and bottom of foot, toes. On the left, big toe, second, third, fourth, littlest. The bones of the spine, tailbone to crown. The bones of the head, the bones of the face, the bones inside the ears, left and right. Bony structure in the throat. Again, we've come full circle. Is there anything deeper? You know there is. There is the deepest surface that we could go to in our tiny submarine. And that is inside the bones. It's dark in there. It's much lighter at the surface. But when we go inside the bones, it's true, it's dark. And what do we find but pink, fluffy clouds? Pink, fluffy clouds. Did you know? It's like Journey to the Center of the Earth. And there's a whole prehistoric civilization living inside your bones. Pink, fluffy clouds, bone marrow, steaming blood nourishment throughout this whole body. So many interconnected networks of vessels and fluid-filled spaces, and yet the whole thing is fueled by pink fluffy clouds at its center. Allow yourself a little spiral dance in your inner submarine from the deepest yin surface all the way back to the outermost surface of body. Can you feel those at the same time? The innermost yin surface of bone marrow and the outer surface of skin at the same time? Or what about feeling the whole of all the layers we named of body, skin, muscles, connective tissues, bones, and pink fluffy clouds? Can you feel all of that inside the body? And then take your mind just outside the body. Can you feel inside the body and outside the body at the same time? At the same time. The funny thing is, outside your body is still inside your body. Your energy field, that liquid crystal matrix, is generating a field of energy that is your body. Just for a moment, hang out in the solidity of this body and the energy of this body at the same time. I wonder, where do you go? I wonder where this inner space journey takes you. I wonder what space for listening is arising. In this moment, you are connected to the timeless wisdom that lives in this body. Take a moment to be guided, to receive. Who knows what delights may come through, insights or aha moments. Your very whole and complete body is so connected in this moment. Inside and out. Right. Pause for a moment of listening. What you're hearing in this space right now. What wisdom is coming through? I'd like you to know this is a space that you can return to anytime. You might not have known that you owned an inner submarine. Yep, you do. And you can travel in that submarine whenever you'd like to. So wherever you are, let's leave off that little dreaming. Wherever you are, whatever little dreamy place you found yourself in, it's equally possible that you are not in a dreamy place. That this Nidra was stirring, disturbing, in fact. I'd like to reserve the possibility that there could be many different types of experiences here, and that there's no one right way. The experience you are emerging from was the one that you had in this moment, and it is unique to this moment. If there's images you're hanging on to or things you're listening to, just gently let that go. Start to come back to the sounds that you can hear. Start to deepen the breath. Moving the tongue around inside the mouth. Wiggling the fingers and toes. You are coming into the awakeness of this body. Perhaps there are little images to be captured, journal entries to be written, voice notes to be recorded. Whispers remaining in the ears. Tastes on the tongue. Emerging with hunger, thirst, metaphorical or real. How might you honor your body following this Nidra practice? Emerging slowly with respect to the dynamic, magical nature of this body. An opening of the eyes, a stretching of the limbs, consideration of excellent care afterwards. This Yoga Nidra practice has found its completion, and I thank you for listening.